This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Woo!
Let's go.
The adventure.
Yeet. Yeet.
Let's go.
Isn't that the one that Larry was reading?
No, this is the one he's scared of.
Oh, wait, why?
Because that's it.
Because it it has boobs in it. Let's see.
All right, starting with the first set of books that I've got. Now I want you guys to just know that I did not get all of these in one night. It did not take one night for me to get these. I did pick up some books last night, and I guess what I'll do is I'll start with those two because I only picked up two last night. But yeah, I got these books over a course I would say about 5 months. I don't go out and like splurge on like in 1 month for a bunch of books because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to read them. So I do it over a course of time because I have way too many hobbies, man. So the first book that I did get is I picked up Orange last night. This was a recommendation from a fellow YouTuber who is also like constantly in my comment section who said, hey, you should read Orange. And Orange did kind of grab me when I read the back of the synopsis. So I am gonna go ahead and read this for sure because it always caught my attention. So I figure I pick up Orange, the complete collection volume 1, because there's two, I believe. I've only seen two, so Orange. Next was another recommendation from my buddy. He told me to pick up this. It's called Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto #1. And I was very skeptical because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of judge a book by its cover every now and then. And this cover was not all that great. But then like he was like, just read the first 3 pages and trust me, you would love this book. And I was like, all right. I read literally the first 3 pages of this and I was like, yeah, sold. I'm buying it. Whatever. I'm down. So I ended up buying Haven't You Heard I'm Sakamoto Volume 1. I'm going to pick up the other 3 today. Next is a book that I am dying to read, which is Uzumaki. I finished Gyo in my last video that I did, which was a couple months ago, which is back in July, which was Gyo. I finished that one, so I was like, let me pick up Uzumaki, and I finally got it. So I'm dying to get into this one, man. I haven't read it yet. It's just so big. I don't know when I'm gonna have the time to read it, but I am gonna read it. I finished Gyo, and that one's pretty big. I finished that one in about like 3 hours, actually, maybe less than that. Next, I picked up Smoking Parade. I don't know what this is, but it seems interesting enough to the point where I would like to read it. I have not opened it yet. It is still sealed in its plastic. But it has a pretty good premise from what I read on the back of the book. So we'll see. I don't know, but we'll see, definitely. Next is Golden Kamui #1, Golden Kamui #2, and Golden Kamui #3. I love this series. I cannot tell you how much I love this series, so much. I'm really into it. I love the premise of this book, which is very interesting about kind of like this war veteran who is somewhat immortal, it seems, kind of, and he's searching for a treasure, but like the catch is very interesting. I like the fact that the treasure is like hidden and the map is like tattooed on like these inmates that all have special skills, and I think it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat concept. I actually just found out that there's an anime coming out. Just got like the news yesterday, so I'm actually reading through this. There's a magic card in there because I'm actually reading through this. So, it's even the art is interesting. So, I really love Golden Kamui. It's so good. Next is Cheese Sweet Home #1. I actually bought this one for my wife, and she's really into it because she likes cats, and we plan on getting 2 cats. I got this for her, and then I ended up reading it. She ended up reading it. She's like, I love this, and I was like, yeah, we need to get the rest. It's really good. Cheese Sweet Home is actually pretty interesting. It doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it, but it's such an easy read, and I was like, all right. And I just found out, well, we just found out, we started, there's an kind of like a 3D anime, and we actually watched a couple of episodes of that, and it's actually pretty cute. I'm not even gonna lie, this is actually really good. Cheese Sweet Home. There is like 5 or 4 other volumes of it, and I'm really looking forward to getting those too. Next is I Am a Hero Omnibus 4 and Omnibus 5. I binged it. I'm not gonna lie. In my last video, I had Omnibus 1 through 3. I got these 2, and I completely binged it. I Am a Hero is probably one of my favorite mangas right now. I'm really, really enjoying it. I love the fact that even like the zombies in the story are like characters in themselves. It's very well written, and it gives me it gives me inspiration to finish my own comic, which I'm working on. So I really enjoy this quite a bit. Even the art is like it's weird. Even the art is kind of into itself, you know. It's really gritty. It's really interesting, and I can't praise this series enough, man. I really like it. I mean, this is kind of the series that actually got me into reading manga, so that's probably why I like it so much. Alright, now this is a big one. I got Pluto, #1 through 8. I bought the entire series because I read the 1 book, and I was like, yeah, I am so getting this. So Pluto is a, how do I explain this? This is #7 and this is #8. So I have the whole set. So Pluto is a how do I explain this? It is a cyberpunk kind of like murder mystery. And you guys know me. Anything that's cyberpunk at all, like the word cyberpunk, I'm buying it, regardless of whatever. I've already read through the first 2 volumes, and I'm finishing off the rest. I bought the volume 1 first, and I read it, and I was just so enthralled in it that I just had to get the rest. I was like, yeah, I'm finishing this. I'm gonna read all of these, man. It's just too good to pass up. I have an understanding apparently that this is also a kind of like a prequel to Astro Boy. I did not know that initially. I was just told that, hey, you should check out Pluto, and I was like, all right. The covers looked really good, so I was like, this looks promising. One of the things though is that this was a recommendation too. Someone said, hey, you might enjoy Pluto. And I was very hesitant at first, but then I got that first book and I was like, yeah, I'm so getting this. But it's really quite good, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the world building in Pluto is fantastic, and I can't recommend this enough. So Golden Kamui, Pluto, and I Am a Hero is probably 3 of my favorites right now. And I'm not gonna lie, haven't you heard Sakamoto has become one of my favorites as well. I'm halfway through the book, and I love this. I'm buying the rest. Haven't you heard Sakamoto is really good. And I just got word that one of the books that I really did enjoy, and I read through it a couple more times. It was a book called After Hours, which I put in another video. I finally heard that that's getting volume 2, and I really enjoyed After Hours, so I'll be getting that one as well. So this is what I got. Let's move on. Yeah, so those are all the books that I picked up in the recent couple of months. Since January, I would probably have to say. So my wife gave me some pretty good advice. She told me that, hey, in some of your recent videos, you seem so tired. And it's like, yeah, because every time I make those videos, it's either late at night or it's like first thing in the morning. So I decided to like take her advice and make the videos when I'm a little more awake and I'm talkative more, like how I used to be. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But going back to this book, After Hours, I remember when I initially spoke about it, I spoke about it like kind of brief in my last video that I did called Sustain the Industry, and I said how it wasn't great. And the thing is that, I don't know, I found myself reading this like 2 more times, and I was like, why do I keep reading this? And it's because it's probably actually better than what I thought it would be. I'm happy that this book is getting a volume 2, because I actually want to see where these girls' relationship actually goes. I actually got kind of invested. It's weird because I didn't know this book was a yuri until I read it, and that's another thing. I've been taking the time to I guess actually learn about the different books and what they're called and stuff like that, and I kind of realized what kind of a reader I am. As you guys know, I'm not really into anime. Like watching it, I'm not really into it because I don't watch TV. I just don't. I don't know why. I haven't watched TV since I was a kid. TV is not really entertaining to me as it used to be. So I've picked up other hobbies like well, I've always played video games, but now I'm starting to read manga because it's actually interesting than what I thought it would be, which is weird because I always thought I used to read a lot of comic books, and comic books tended to kind of always tread the same ground, and I got bored. So then I took some people's advice, especially my students, and I took some people's advice on YouTube about reading manga. So I was like, fine, I'll pick up something. And the first thing I picked up was I Am a Hero. So I was just like, this looks interesting, why not? And that's when it started. But I've been learning so much about it because, I don't know, I just feel like I need to find out what I like. And I've been learning about different mangas and what they're called, like shonens, yuris, there's another one where it's like, it's more geared towards women, and I forgot what it's called, but I've noticed that I'm not into shonens, which is weird. I always thought I would be, because I liked My Hero Academia, which was really good, and I read it, and then I noticed I just kind of stopped. I didn't want to read it anymore, and I didn't want to read Assassination Classroom anymore. And then I think I realized I'm not really into shonens, like, at all. I'm more into, I guess, comedy, romance, and probably like I don't know what you would call I Am a Hero. It's like a drama, I guess. I forgot what they called it, or not slice of life, but drama. I don't really remember, but I'm sure you guys will remind me in the comments section. But I've realized that I'm more into those kind of books. Romance is actually pretty interesting because I'm not used to reading it, and I think that's what it is that I'm not used to reading anything that has like love and romance and stuff like that. So when I read this and I was like really into it, I was like, I guess it's because of that, because I've never actually read anything like that, so why not? And I'm probably gonna be, I was definitely into A Silent Voice for sure. A Silent Voice was like my favorite, and I really enjoyed that. But I'm also into books like, there's another book out there, it's called Blame. That one's good, but it's just too big, so I never bought it. But I probably should, but it costs, there's like 6 volumes, and each one costs like $40. It's expensive. But I like that I Am Sakamoto is phenomenal. Like I really like that book. Like I don't know what you would call that. I don't know if it's called a slice of life or romance. One slice of life book that I realized that I really do want to read, and I read a couple of pages of it, was Barakuman, and I really want to read that. But this has like been a tremendous help. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Manga has been. It's weird because I've neglected it for so long. Like I've just been like, I don't want to read anything that's anime based because I don't like anime. And the thing is that I feel like they're totally different in terms of pretty much everything. I mean, in manga you have more room to do plenty of character development and world building. So that's probably why I'm really into the mangas more than I am into the animes. The art style is more dramatic, I guess, and it really brings me into the world. And the fact that like it's been helping tremendously with my insomnia is like a definite plus, you know, because I've been dealing with insomnia for probably about 11 years. And it's been tough, you know, not being able to sleep and you're always tired and you have to take like, you know, pills that help with your energy and all this stuff. And all of a sudden I read I Am a Hero before bed one night and I just knock out halfway through the book. I'm just like, I'm just tired. And I get some of the deepest sleep I ever had. And ever since then I've been reading manga while I'm in bed. With the little light that clips onto the edge of the books, and I've just been falling asleep like slowly, and it's been helping so much. And I gotta thank you guys for that. All of you guys have given me so many recommendations on things I should probably pick up. That's easy to obtain because I obtain my books through 2 different outlets, mostly about 3 depending. I want to support local bookstores because they don't exist as much anymore. So sometimes every now and then I go to Barnes & Noble. I'll go to Barnes & Noble and I'll give them money, you know, because local bookstores are fun, man. You know, when you go into a bookstore and you're with your friends and you're looking around for books that you want to pick up, that stuff is fun. And I get books from Book Depository and Amazon. Those are my 3 outlets. Book Depository is actually very helpful. The fact that there's no like shipping is great. Like I buy a bunch of books and then they ship it to your house. The only drawback is like sometimes your books get separated. I guess they package them in like separate boxes because they get it from different outlets. That's what I'm assuming. But Books Depository is actually pretty good. It's affordable. It's actually cheaper than the retail price, and I mean it's free shipping. That's the plus. The only drawback is that you don't support your local bookstore if you live close to one. That hurts it a lot. And I think that, I mean, if you want to continuously get like any types of books, whether they're manga, novels, cookbooks, or whatever, you probably should. I mean, there's so many stores closing nowadays. If you don't want to see those things go away, I mean, Toys R Us is definitely gone and stuff like that. We only got what Barnes left. Barnes & Noble is the only one left. There used to be Borders and Walden Books and all that stuff. All those places are gone now. And this is the last one. So I was like, every now and then I'll go to Barnes & Nobles and pay that upscaled price, you know? So why not? But anyway, I wanted to share this video with you guys. I wanted to thank you guys. And if you guys have any more recommendations, please let me know. Because I'm probably gonna burn through those in about I don't know, probably about like maybe 5 months, depending, because I want to play video games too. But I actually have this app on my phone called Goodreads, where I log in the books that I read and stuff like that, and I leave reviews on things that I've read, and I chat with people. But one of the things that's interesting is they have like this goal list where you can set how many books you want to read within the year, and my list is set at 17 right now. I want to read 17 books before the end of the year, so hopefully I do that. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys next time, and the next time I'll be exactly like how I am now, full of well rest, and I'm sleeping. Alright guys, peace.